let's talk about Culver and Jaimee, and dare I say it, Luca. Oh man, this is gonna get messy real quick. I think that overall this season, Culver has shown a lot of discipline. He actually, I feel like, has had an unfair edit, and I don't say that often, but I really do feel like he's got an unfair crack at it. I do think as a deckhand, is he the best? No. Is he lead deckhand material? Maybe not. But I do think Joel's is particularly hard on him. And yeah, let's talk about someone else who's a little rough on Culver, and that's Jaimee. Now, yes, the note with check yes or no was cringe. I mean, I don't know how he didn't read the moment and know that she was not feeling the will you be my girlfriend, yes or no proposal with the card and everything. It was a bit much. And yes, he does live with his mom. He is 30 years old. These facts we know, but Jaimee has been really harsh on Culver this whole time. And what I'm starting to realize is I think Jaimee likes the attention of guys, which is totally fine. There's plenty of girls who come on Below Deck who do. But I mean, the second someone new comes on, he diverts all of his attention to Jaimee, and then Jaimee turns around and does the exact same thing to him. Absurd. I think when all is said and done and Culver is watching this season back, I think the things that he says about her are genuinely sweet. I think he'll see some of the error of his ways, not paying tabs and stuff like that. Like, I think he'll walk away learning a lot from this season, but it's going to sting when he hears what she says in her confessionals, when she takes cracks at Culver for living with his mom, for doing something that's a little childlike for a 30-year-old, asking her to be his girlfriend. She at different points has the option to say, no, I don't want this to be serious. I don't want to be your girlfriend, but she says yes. And, he offers her at multiple times chances for her to say no thanks. He offers to bring her on a boat in the Med, which she's already said that she would love to get to be on. And even with that, she's imagining living in a couple's cabin with him, but she's openly flirting with Luca and continues to talk about him in her confessional interviews. And for me, it's the confessionals that speak a lot more than her actual actions. I think they're definitely leaning into the Luca situation because, he's generally flirty, she's generally flirty, and they're flirty like that with everybody on the boat. But it's definitely different when you listen to how they're playing up, that he followed her on Instagram, she followed him back, and he sent her a picture and she loved it, but seeing her in the confessionals react to it is more telling, honestly, because I'm sure that the rest of the crew is sending each other photos from different things. She had already said she had forgotten her phone, so it's no surprise that he offered to take pictures when they were on that cool disappearing island. Ultimately, I feel really bad for Culver this season. Not only is Joelle just continuing to take just low jabs below the belt at Culver instead of coaching him up or empowering him or making him better. Joelle continues to take digs at Culver and kind of undermines his progress because Culver's like, why try? You already hate me. That's clear. You don't think I'm a hard worker. I get it. So Joelle is being harsh to Culver, and so is Jaimee. Honestly, I'm like, if you don't like him that much, you have the power to stop hanging out with him, to stop telling him he's your boyfriend. She got jealous early on of him and Zarina, and I think that shows that she just needs that attention, and she likes a good boatman. She said that. I totally get it, but I do feel bad for Culver. I think ultimately we know that this is cruising for a bruising. We know that Luca is going to show up on Below Deck Med and he's there to party. So I don't think any love is going to happen on this boat for Jaimee and Luca, but I do think they're going to flirt, and I think it's going to get really ugly for them to finish up the season. I hate to see it end on this note. I think Culver's, 0 for 2 on strong endings to a yacht season on Below Deck Down Under. I would love to see him again on the show, but ultimately, if I were him, I probably wouldn't join back because, he's not being treated very well. And, I don't know. I think personally, Culver should have seen the signs. She definitely seems disinterested in a lot of ways in everything he does. I think there's someone out there right for him that's not going to throw the fact that he's close to his family and that kind of thing in his way. It doesn't really mean anything that he lives with his family because honestly, they are tight knit, and yeah, that can be a little weird. He mentions his mom and he mentions how much he loves that a woman can cook, like a little too much. But at the same time, he works in yachting. Like most people who work in yachting either share like a temporary apartment with a bunch of different yachties so that they don't have to pay rent somewhere they're not living. Like it makes sense to me in yachting that he may ultimately still live with his mom. So no super red flags on Culver, but man, red flags are popping up left and right on sweet Jaimee, and I still like her. I just think that if she's not into Culver, she needs to cut it off, and I don't think she's going to do that in the best way as we wrap up this season. So let me know what your thoughts. Are you Team Culver, Team Jaimee, Team Luca? I don't know. Let me know. This is a good love triangle, and I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about this whole thing. So yeah, drop a note in the comments. Let me know what you think. Thanks.